JDub is back at it here to give everyone another Game of Thrones Season 1 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, pretty important if you're not caught up to the point where I am and rewatching, you're watching Game of Thrones, or you just don't know, I would recommend that you take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case, you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my suggestion that you don't watch this video any further, just to stay away from any potential spoilers. This is going to be Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode number 5. The title of this episode is called The Wolf and the Lion. Going to be my reaction, review, recap, whatever you want to call it, of the episode. Lady Stark leads her entourage east through the mountains to the moon, or of the moon to the Vale. With her prisoner, Tyrion Lannister, that she got at the end of the last episode, they're attacked by the barbarians. And Tyrion actually saves Lady Catelyn, which is pretty surprising. Now, arriving at the Eyrie, ruled by Lord Jon Arryn's widow, Lysa Catelyn's unstable, crazy, demented sister, Catelyn actually meets her 8-year-old nephew, Robin Arryn, whom Lysa actually still breastfeeds. Now, Robin Arryn is just one of the most ridiculous characters on Game of Thrones. He's pretty pointless. He's a snobby little brat, and yeah. Anyway, Tyrion is consigned to the Eyrie Sky Cells, which is a prison, but half of it's, a wall or brick, and the other half of it is open. You just can't get down unless you fall to your death. So, and then Lysa's going to prepare to pass judgment on him as an accomplice in her husband's murder, which we know Tyrion had nothing to do with. Theon Greyjoy grows jealous of Tyrion after his favorite prostitute, Ros, taunts him. To take Bran's mind off his paralysis and his mother's departure, Maester Luwin teaches him the Dothraki art of horseback archery. And then after Ned Stark convinces Robert Baratheon not to join the tourney, the crowd watches the fearsome Sir Gregor Clegane, a.k.a. the Mountain, joust with Sir Loras Tyrell, the Knight of the Flowers, who wins by riding a mare in heat, distracting Clegane's stallion. And then Clegane beheads his horse and attempts to kill Loras Tyrell, but Sandor the Hound Clegane, our favorite character, Sandor Clegane, the Hound, intervenes and stops that from happening. The Hound has one of the best arcs on Game of Thrones from the beginning to the end. The Hound is awesome. Now, Arya actually chases a cat through the Red Keep and overhears a conversation between Lord Varys and Illyrio, who appear to be plotting against the throne. Now, Arya tries to warn her father, but is unable to identify the plotters. Yoren, a Night Watch recruiter, informs Ned of Catelyn's arrest of Tyrion. Now, news of Daenerys' pregnancy reaches the small council. Fearing an invasion by the Targaryen/Dothraki alliance, Robert Baratheon actually orders that Daenerys and her unborn child, along with Viserys, be assassinated. Now, Ned refuses and resigns the office of the Hand of the King because he wants no part of that. As Robert drinks in sorrow, Cersei visits him and they talk about this serious threat the Dothraki pose and their, of course, fatal marriage. And then Robert's brother, Renly, is actually convinced by his lover, Loras Tyrell, that he should be king instead. But he's got a couple people to overtake if he wants to be king, which we shall see what happens with that. And then Littlefinger reveals to Ned that Jon Arryn was searching for Robert Baratheon's bastards. Apparently he has a bunch of them out there. And Ned is actually ambushed by Jaime Lannister. That's why the episode is called The Lion and the Wolf, because the lions are the Lannisters and the Starks are the wolves. And claims responsibility for Tyrion's arrest, leading to a brutal fight. Ned's guards are all killed, including his captain, Yori Cassel. And then Ned duels with Jaime, but then one of Jaime's men spears Ned through the leg from behind, and Jaime, of course, kills that guard, and then he actually lets Ned Stark live, demanding his brother's return. So, pretty crazy episode with random things happening here and there. The first appearance of the most ridiculous character on Game of Thrones, I think. Well, maybe not the most ridiculous, but he's one of them. Jon Arryn, the younger Jon Arryn. And I'm going to give this episode an 8.10 out of 10, 8.8 out of 10. I liked what I saw. And the character of the episode, I'm going to give it to Robert Baratheon. I could have gave it to Ned Stark. Could even give it to Tyrion Lannister, but I'll go with Robert Baratheon because, well, not going to be around much longer. Spoiler alert. I already warned you about spoilers. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones and you like this series, despite what happens at the end of Game of Thrones, go ahead and smash that like button. Anybody that you know that would be interested in this, make sure you share the video with them. Don't forget to leave me some comments. Talk to me about what you thought of the episode, if you remember it that well. If you do remember it, leave me a score that you thought the episode was worth. Or you can really talk about anything Game of Thrones related. That's fine. That's certainly something you can do in the comment section. I assume everybody that's watched these videos has already seen Game of Thrones, so talk about anything you want. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.